Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to do Boolean subtraction and also to do face split. So I have a room here with a partition at the middle, and there is an inlet of air coming at this position and the outlet at this position. So I'm going to design the block first, the room block, and after that the partition, and then I'm going to subtract the partition from the room. And using face split, I'm going to do the inlet and the outlet surface. Okay, so now I'm going to open up my workbench. Okay, so if you do complete Fluent setup or CFX setup, so you can just drag the Fluent or CFX. But in this video, I'm just going to show you the geometry. So instead of that, I'm just going to drag the geometry from here. Okay. All right. And right click, I'm going to use DesignModeler. So just wait for the DesignModeler to open. Okay, so I'm going to design on the XY plane. And I'm going to click the Z axis here so that it's going to be perpendicular to my screen. Go for sketch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to design the room first. So if we go back to the dimension, so it has a height of 30.5 centimeter with a length of 45.7 multiplied by 2 here, and the depth is also 45.7. Okay, so we're going to design this first. So I'm going to put a rectangle, and before that, since the dimension are all in centimeters, so let's change the unit to centimeter first. There you go, and go to rectangle. And okay, do the dimension. So I have a horizontal distance to the center here, and the total horizontal distance. Same goes to vertical. That's to the center, and the total height there. Okay, then we can change the value here. So we have H1, that's going to be here. That is 45.7. And H2, that's going to be 45.7 multiplied by 2, 91.4. And for V3, the total is 30.5. So 30.5 divided by 2 is going to be 15.25. So it means that the V4, that's going to be 30.5. Okay, so we've done with that. So we go to extrude. Okay, make sure that the sketch one, apply. So I'm going to extrude with a similar depth in the positive z-axis and to the negative z-axis. So the direction I'm going to choose both symmetric, and that's going to be half of 45.7, so 22.85. Okay, and generate, and we have the block, the room already. Okay, so next I'm going to design the partition. So let's look at the dimension again. The dimension for the partition, it has a thickness of 0.5 centimeter and height of 15.25 centimeter. Okay. Going to choose XY plane and a new sketch. Okay, then go to sketch, make a rectangle, another rectangle about at the middle here. Okay, and we can set the dimension, the horizontal, the distance to the middle, and also the total distance there. Then for vertical, that edge to the bottom edge. Okay, so we go to change the dimension here, H5. It's going to be half of 0.5 centimeter. That's going to be 0.25. And the H6, that's going to be 0.5 centimeter. And the height, that's going to be 15.25. Okay, there you go. All right, so we're done with that. Go to modeling. I'm going to suppress the extrude one here so that we can see the partition. I'm going to hide sketch one as well. Okay. So go to extrude, select sketch 2, go to extrude, apply, and similar, I'm going to choose direction to be both symmetrics. That's going to be 22.85 centimeter each side. Okay, and generate. So we have the partition already. So if I unsuppress, that's going to be the room with the partition. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to subtract the partition from the room. So go to create and go down. The Boolean is deactivate. That's because now the body is only one, so it means that the partition and the room is considered as one body. So we need to split this. So how we can do that is we go to extrude to, which is the partition, and under operation add material. So change that to add frozen and generate again. Okay, now you can see now there are two solid already, two bodies. One is for the room and the second one is the partition, which is now become a, both of them are separate bodies. Okay, now we can go back to create Boolean. So Boolean has many operation. In this case, we want to subtract. So we choose subtract. So our target bodies is the room. Then we click apply, and the two bodies, that's going to be the partition. Apply. Okay, I'm going to choose this here. Apply. All right. Okay, so we have these two and generate. Now we can see that I'm going to hide the sketch. Okay, there is a hole here. So it means that now the partition is already been subtracted from the room. Okay, all the way there. So now we have done with the subtraction. Now we want to do the face split. Okay, in order to do the face split, we need to sketch on the top surface. However, we cannot directly sketch on this top surface. We have to make a new plane. So choose this selection filter. Okay, and choose that surface and go to here, new plane. We have a new plane here. Generate. Okay, the base surface here, we need to select that again. All right. Okay, I'm trying to remove this first and do that again. Choose that surface and then choose that plane and click generate. There you go. All right. So we got that plane there. Then I'm going to put that perpendicular to my screen there. Okay, if you check again the dimension, so the surface has an area of 10.1 centimeters square. The distance from this edge is 22.85 centimeter, and from this edge is 22.4. Similar as outlet, has the same distance and also the same area. So we are going to design for the inlet first. In order to do that, go to sketch. I'm going to put a construction point to identify the exact position of the inlet. So I got that point there. Okay, now I'm going to define the distance. Go for horizontal. Oh, that's a vertical. Do that again. And then for okay. Now if you can rotate a bit, that's going to be there. Okay. All right. Now I change position already. Never mind. Okay. So we have the distance, the H3 there. That's going to be 22.85. And that distance from that edge is 22.4. Okay. So once we have that distance, now we can draw the rectangle, which represent the inlet surface. It's actually a square with a surface area of 10.1 centimeters square. So I'm going to do the dimension. Okay, from that construction points to there, also the total length. Okay. Also for the vertical. Oops. Cancel that. Go for vertical. That edge to that edge. Okay, they have a similar dimension. So we go to H5 first. Since it's 10.1 centimeters square, so it means that the total length H6 is going to be 3.178, and half of it is going to be 1.589. Similar to V9, that's going to be 3.178, and V8, that's going to be 1.589. There you go. So we got that. Okay, and then we're going to draw for the outlet. So similar process, we just put the construction point first. Okay, somewhere here. and then we position it. Take it that. Okay. Oh, okay. That's going to be a similar sketch, so we actually don't want that. So what we can do is I'm going to delete that. Okay. This actually should be a different sketch there. So go to sketching and choose the plane 5. So we have that sketch 3 here represent the inlet, and we need another sketch. So choose the plane 5 and choose the new sketch, sketch 4. Then we can do the sketching. Okay, repeat the same thing again for the construction point somewhere there, and then do the dimension. Okay, then the vertical. Okay, then we have that. So the distance, that is going to be 22.85, and that's going to be 22.4. Okay. And we can draw the square. Have that. Go for vertical. All right. So let's put the actual value. So we have H15 there. That should be 1.589. H16, that's going to be 3.178. V17, 1.589. And V18, that's going to be 3.178. Okay, so we have the inlet and the outlet. So next is we are going to do the face split. We're going to split the inlet first. Okay, so we go to tools and choose face split. We choose the buy points and edges. The target face, that's going to be this face here. So select that, apply, and the tool geometry, that one we need to choose this point here. Okay, make sure that we choose that. Choose the first point there and press Ctrl button to choose the second point. And you can see that the first edge is selected. Choose the third one, the fourth one, and go back to the first one. And we have the one complete geometry there, and click apply. Then we generate. Okay, so what you can see here, if I choose this surface, this one is not selected because it's already being split from this surface, but the outlet, because we haven't split it yet, the outlet is selected. Okay. And if you choose that one, this inlet surface, so this only inlet surface that is selected, not the whole surface. Okay, now let's do for the outlet. We do the same thing. We go to tools, face split, target surface, that surface, apply. Okay. Zoom that a bit. Choose a point there. Okay, and press the control button to choose the second point, the third point, the fourth. Go back to the first one. There you go. Click apply and generate. Okay, now we can see that if we select that surface, the top surface here, only the top surface is selected. If you choose this one, only the inlet. If you choose this one, only the outlet. Okay, so that's how to do Boolean subtraction and also the face split. Thank you.